Hello everyone, I Jhalak Patel, Assistant Professor at LG Institute of Engineering and Technology in the Department of Electronics and Communication. Welcomes you to the session of Power Electronics. Today I am going to discuss about Unit 2, that is Control Rectifiers, with topic Analysis of Full Converter. So let's start the session. First of all, in the last session we have discussed about the full converter basics, that it operates in both the ways, from source to load as well as from load to source. Now in this session we start with the analysis of full converter. In the last lecture we have seen about the waveform of the full converter, that it is like this: alpha to pi, pi to pi plus alpha, from pi plus alpha to 2 pi, and from 2 pi to 2 pi plus alpha. So now we discuss about the average load voltage from this load voltage graph. So now first of all, the average load voltage from the given waveforms, average load voltage is given by the equation, that is VLDC is equal to 1 upon pi from alpha to pi plus alpha, means this whole portion will be taken in case of full converter. If you remember the analysis of half wave converter or maybe a semi converter, then this limit is changed. Please note this limit for the full converter, that it is from alpha to pi plus alpha. In place of voltage we put over here Vm sin omega t. If we integrate the whole term, then again this Vm is constant, so it is out of this integration. So Vm upon pi constant, so we have to integrate of sin omega t. So it is like this: Vm upon pi as it is, sin omega t, integration of sin is minus cos, that's why over here minus cos pi plus alpha, the upper limit, and minus cos alpha. We have taken the minus as common and put it over here, so it is minus Vm upon pi cos pi plus alpha minus cos alpha. If we simplify this, then it should be written like this: cos pi into cos alpha minus cos alpha. So if we again simplify it, it will becomes like this: minus Vm upon pi into minus 2 cos alpha. This minus minus plus, so equation will become like this: 2 Vm upon pi into cos alpha. This is the average load voltage of full wave converter. Now if we want to find out the RMS load voltage, means root mean square of load voltage, then for this we have to take the square of the original voltage and then take the square root of it. So it is like this: VL RMS. Again please note the limit, it is from alpha to pi plus alpha, 1 upon pi as it is, Vm square sin square omega t raised to 1 upon t, 1 upon 2, here d omega t, because the firing angle is with respect to this omega t line, that's why over here we integrate over omega t. Now if we integrate the whole term, first of all what the common terms are out of the integration, so it is like this: Vm square upon 2 pi alpha to pi plus alpha, this sin square omega t, this sin square theta. If we know the equation of trigonometry sin square theta, then it is like 1 minus cos 2 theta divided by 2. So here sin square omega t, so it can be written like 1 minus cos 2 omega t divided by 2. Now if we integrate this term, over here there is no term of omega t present, so integration of 1 will be taken out, and in the second term cos 2 omega t is there, so we have to simply integrate of cos. Integration of cos is sin omega t, and over here the 2 is in multiplication, so we have to divide it by 2, because integration of cos 2 theta is sin 2 theta divided by 2. So it is like this: Vm square upon 2 pi as it is, this pi plus alpha minus pi, so only pi will remain, so it is like this. Then 1 upon 2 sin 2 pi plus 2 alpha minus 1 by 2 sin 2 alpha. If we simplify this whole term, then it can be written like this: is the last equation that we got. If we simplify it, this half sine alpha by 2 and half sine alpha by 2 will be cancelled out. So the remaining term is like Vm square, this will be cancelled out. So the remaining is Vm square upon 2 pi upon pi raised to 1 by 2. Now the next is form factor. We already discussed about the form factor for half wave converter as well as for semi converter. So we all know that the form factor is actually the ratio of RMS voltage to DC voltage. So we already have the value of RMS voltage, that is this, and we prove the value of DC voltage in the previous slides. So let's put the values of both. So it is like this. RMS value we can also write down it like is Vm upon root 2. Here this pi and pi will be cancelled out, so it can be written like Vm square raised to 1 by 2 means Vm and square root of this 2, so it can be written like this Vm upon root 2 upon this VLDC that we proved in the previous slides, that is 2 Vm upon pi cos alpha. Here once again if we take the ratio, then this Vm and Vm will be cancelled out and the remaining term will be like this. Form factor, it is equal to pi upon 2 root 2 cos alpha. This is the final equation of the form factor. For the example point of view, you have to remember the all final equation of form factor as well as RMS, VLDC or the other parameters that we are going to discuss in this session. So next parameter is ripple factor. Ripple factor should be as minimum as possible, and for that we already discussed about it on half wave converter, that it should be form factor square minus 1 raised to 1 by 2. We already have the value of form factor. This is the value of form factor. Now we simply have to put this over here. So it is like this. Form factor is pi square. The square of this term will be so pi square 2 root 2 square means 8 cos square alpha minus 1 raised to 1 by 2. So this is the last equation of the ripple factor. Now let's discuss about the performance parameter of this full wave converter. We already discussed about several performance parameters for semi converter. What are the performance parameters? That are displacement factor, current distribution factor, power factor, active power. So let's do it for this full wave converter. First is displacement factor, DSF. DSF can be also called as FSF, and it is given by cos phi 1. Here this phi 1 is actually the resistive term upon the impedance term, so it can be written like this. Next is about the input power factor, which is noted by PF, and it is given by VRMS, VS RMS, IS1 RMS cos phi 1 upon VS RMS into IS RMS. So over here the RMS value of voltage ratio is there and current ratio is there. So if you remember the last sessions, then we have proved that this VS RMS and VS RMS means supply voltage fundamental value and supply voltage value is almost equal, and that's why we take this as ratio. That's why we take this ratio as 1, because VS1 RMS is almost equal to VS RMS. So the remaining term is like this. This term will be remaining IS1 RMS and IS RMS into cos phi. This term will be as it is. So it can be written like this. This IS1 I upon IS RMS, and the second is cos phi 1. Now this IS1 RMS means supply current's fundamental component and the supply current value. This ratio is nothing but the CDF, current distribution factor. So we can also write down this PF as CDF into cos phi 1 means DSF. Same, this value is same as for half wave converter as well as semi converter, but for this you have this value of supply current components fundamental value, and supply current component value is different than the semi converter. Let's see what are they. IS1 RMS. First of all, IS1 RMS, it is equal to given by 2 root 2 I0 upon pi, and the IS RMS is given by I0. These two values of IS1 RMS and IS RMS are taken from the Fourier transformation from or Fourier series equation of this current value. So we do not have the proof of it, but if you are interested, then let me know. We will prove this IS1 RMS and IS RMS values, that is 2 root 2 I0 upon pi and IS RMS equal to I0. So let's put the value of both fundamental component as well as the original supply current component that we already know, that is this. Now put these two values on the equation. So it is like this: 2 root 2 I0 upon pi I0 into cos alpha. So I0 and I0 will be cancelled out. The remaining term is like this: 2 root 2 upon pi into cos alpha. This is the power factor. If we solve this 2 root 2 upon pi, then it is 0.9 cos alpha. Next is current distribution factor. It is called as CDF. It is given by IS1 RMS upon IS RMS. We already know the value of IS1 RMS and IS RMS, that is fundamental component value upon supply current value. So let's put it. It is 2 root 2 I0 upon pi I0. I0 and I0 will be cancelled out. So 2 root 2 upon pi means 0.9. Here please note that for full wave converter CDF is fixed, that is 0.9. Same way we can do for harmonic factor. We already know the equation of harmonic factor according to semi-converter, that is given by IS RMS square minus IS1 RMS square upon IS1 RMS raised to 1 by 2. So that means harmonics components difference is taken with respect to fundamental component. So we already know the values of IS RMS and the fundamental components value. So let's put it over here. So it will be like this: IS RMS is I0 square minus IS1 RMS 2 root 2 I0 upon pi square raised to 1 by 2 upon 2 root 2 I0 upon pi. If we solve this equation, it will be like this: I0 square as it is, square of this component means 8 I0 square upon pi square. 2 root 2 square means 8. 8 I0 square upon pi square raised to 1 by 2 upon 2 root 2 I0 pi. Again if we simplify it, it will be like this: this I0 square will be common and it has power 1 by 2. So I0 square root means originally it is I0. So I0 into pi square minus 8 raised to 1 by 2. Here we take LCM of this pi square. So it will be multiplied with it. So pi square minus 8 raised to 1 by 2 upon 2 root 2 I0 pi. So final answer will be this: I0 and I0 will be cancelled out. This pi and pi will be cancelled out. So remaining term is pi square by 8 minus 1 raised to 1 by 2. So if we solve this, then the answer will be 0.4834. So once again, this harmonic factor is also has a fixed value for this full wave converter. In case of semi converter, we have the equation term for harmonic factor. Here the fixed value is 0.4834 for full wave converter. Next is active power. Active power is one type of useful power and it should be as high as possible. It is given by VS1 RMS into IS1 RMS into cos phi. Means supply voltage RMS value as well as current supply currents RMS value with multiplication with some power factor, that is cos phi. So if we put the values, then it is like this: VS1 RMS as it is. This is fundamental supply current component. So we have the value of supply current component of fundamental value. Then it is 2 root 2 I0 upon pi cos phi means cos alpha. Here phi is replaced by the firing angle, that is alpha. Firing angle is also called as a delay angle. So the final equation will be like this. Here again this is the RMS value. So RMS value of voltage can be written like Vm upon root 2, means maximum value upon root 2. We can also write down like this. So Vm upon root 2. So root 2 will be cancelled out and final will be 2 Vm I0 upon pi cos alpha. This is the final equation of active power. Now let's see one another parameter, that is reactive power. For reactive power, it is a useless power and it should be as minimum as possible. So it is again Vs1 RMS and Is1 RMS as it is, but sine of angle will be taken. So sine phi 1, we have the value of Is1 RMS, that is supply current's fundamental component value, and that is 2 root 2 I0 upon pi into sine alpha. We have the values, so it can be written like 2 Vm I0 upon pi into sine alpha. Here once again this RMS supply voltage value will be Vm upon root 2 and root 2 will be cancelled out. That's why over here 2 Vm I0 upon pi sine alpha. So this is the reactive power value. So these are the all parameters or analysis of full wave converter. In the next session we discuss about some examples related to it. Up to now, if you have any query, you can ask me on my WhatsApp number. Thank you for watching.